How's everybody doing? What's up? How's it going and everything thus far? How are we doing? Welcome back to the channel, guys. I was able to get on Amazon last night and I did find some other battery terminals that I wanted to pick up. So I do have 2 of those I'm going to be sending back, and I'm going to use 2 of them on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and put those on tonight and get that taken care of. Other than that, that's pretty much all I have. Also, I did find inside there is a power that I can hook to. I'm just trying to get things kind of cleaned up underneath here. It's a real nightmare underneath the dash of the truck just because of the alarm and remote start. Whoever put that in, I don't know where it was put in, but whoever put that in, it's just a mess, a wiring nightmare under there. So I wish I could do something to take care of that, but I don't know anything about it. I don't know what I'm unhooking and hooking back up and all that stuff, where all the wiring, where all the wires go. So I wish I could take care of that in some way, but I really don't know what I'm doing with that. So I guess better left alone. Like I said, I want to do something with these. Even if I unhook them, bring them all the way around and take them over to this side and run them in, you know, one of these would also work. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. That's an option, to just go along that top harness right up here and around the airbox, and then over here, if I have enough slack, which I think I do. I think there's some inside the truck that I can pull out, and then, like I said, route it up and around. That would probably look a lot better than this mess right here. Maybe run it inside a loom or tape it all up so it's hid. You know, it does have its own built-in fuses. I hate to cut those off and start over, because I believe those are factory inline from Rigid Industries. These cubes are Rigid Industry. They're just mounted upside down. I can't take these off and turn them over, but I just decided not to. Anyway, the way I'm going to do is get this off, and I don't have any cutters big enough, so I'm just going to use like a 4.5-inch angle grinder or my die grinder, you know, whatever it takes. I'm just going to cut down right against the lead and peel it back, skin it back, and then put it inside here with some dielectric grease and go from there. I don't know what the copper wire looks like inside there. I'm going to assume it's probably in pretty good shape because it's never been exposed to the elements on this side, unlike on this side where you can see it's open with just an eyelet lug on there, and it may be corroded back just a little bit. So we're gonna have to see what it looks like when I get all that stuff tore apart. When my other battery terminals get here, they're not supposed to be here till Friday or Monday, so we'll see. That's my designated shipping time on all those, so we'll see when those get here so I can get those put on. And I am waiting on parts for my fuel pressure gauge too. That thing is vibrating worse and worse every day and just annoying the hell out of me. So hopefully that gets here so I can so I can show you guys what I come up with from ISPRO. Also go over something else if this doesn't work. So right now I'll go over and grab my grinder or my cutoff wheel and cut all these off and get started. Okay, I opted just to use my little 2.5-inch die grinder. Before I do that, I have a special offer for everybody who watches clear to the end. So if you want to get in on this, you're gonna have to watch clear to the end and remember and then see what this offer is, and we'll go from there. So some instructions for you to do and see what you might get. Anyway, you're gonna want to use your safety glasses. Just don't want to go, as you get down to the bottom, you don't want to go down and hit the battery, so just be very careful. Alright, so what you're left with after you're all done doing all that is I cleaned both of these posts, and the way these work for positive negative
is this little brass insert goes in there for the negative to be able to be tight, and you take it out to be able to go on the positive for it to be tight. So I already went through and tightened up these 3 set screws because I'm not going to be using anything on this side right now except for this one battery terminal. And on this side I'm going to be using 1 aught and then the other 2. So I want to tighten up this one, or if you're not comfortable leaving them in there, see like that one there, as I tightened up it kind of twists out the other way. I may take it completely out and keep it over in my cabinet or in one of my bolt bends over there. That way it doesn't get lost. And then I'm going to be using both of these 8 gauge. So I want to loosen those up so I can get wire in there. One of them is deeper than the other because of the set screws. So you're going to want to strip back this much on this side and then go half again more on the bottom one. See how that's just a little bit too long, so probably going to cut just a little bit of that off so that it butts up to the coating or the insulation. And it was just a little bit long because I grabbed the wrong one, I bet. Because this one here I already have tightened up, so try this again. Well, I know it's kind of a lame install, but you know, it's something to do. Needed to get done until I get to the driver's side. This is pretty much all I had to do. I'm waiting on other parts. I do have my, my valve springs, but that's a more in-depth thing that I'm going to have to either have a weekend for or go over and get the in-laws little red truck like I drove when I was doing the transmission and stuff. I am still going to, I think I am going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and unhook these, pull the slack out and route these up and around to the other side and, up through there along the firewall. And then I'm hoping I have enough to go, clear around here. But if I only have enough to go around this way, that's fine too. I will go underneath the air cleaner elbow. That's something else I'd like to get rid of too. Right now, I don't know if you look up here on the hood, it doesn't seal at all. This isn't tall enough from K&N, so kind of looking. I mean, if it's sealed, you would see a rub mark up there on the hood where it was touching, and then it also has, the indentations for structure for the inner hood there. So as you run down the road and do this, all this is doing is sucking hot air. So possibly do an SMB or something like that. I'm not certain what I'm going to do, but I would like to switch out my cold air intake also. So that's just something I'm thinking about. Anyway, like I said, for the positive side, this little brass bushing comes out to tighten that up, and then I tightened up these 2 8-gauge set screws there, and then took this one out. And then if you saw, this is exactly what I was talking about, that bottom one, when I was tightening up the top one, it actually pulled out. And what had happened was I didn't have enough stripped off for it to grab a hold of, so I just had to strip just another maybe 1/8 inch off so it would go up in there further, and tightened it up, and all is good. And then I also took out the other aught set screw so I wouldn't lose it. But right now, I think that's pretty good. They turned out really well. I think they look a lot better than, you know, the alternative, which is this right here, which is kind of ugly. I haven't decided yet. Might want to remove all this coating, and I'll have to take it back apart because my dielectric grease lays right here. I forgot to put it in. Anyway, all right, for everybody who has made it to the end, I have something that I would like to do for you guys that are loyal, that watch the videos clear to the end. It's only going to be a limited time until I run out. So go to my Instagram. It's right there on the screen. DM me your address and what you want. This is what I'm talking about. I'm going to send you guys, all postage paid, one of my stickers to support the channel. So if you want a green flag, you got to let me know if you want vertical or horizontal, if you want a green flag. The other one, the blue for police and the red for fire and rescue. You guys DM me on Instagram your address and I'll get those sent out probably this week sometime. Everybody who wants one, I'll send you guys one absolutely free. Just put it on your vehicle, put it on something, support the channel, be greatly appreciated. So once again, if you want a green flag, you have to tell me if you want vertical or horizontal, and then if you want the blue or the red, just put blue flag or red flag is fine, and send me your address and I'll get those sent right out to you guys, just for being loyal to the channel. For now, I think that's pretty much it. If you don't mind, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already done so. Until next time, guys, we'll talk to you guys later on. Bye-bye.